fine and safe. Welcome back to my English class. Today we are going to continue the story The Ashes That Made Trees Blue. Before that, let me remind you the summary of the story The Ashes That Made Trees Blue. This is a story about an honest and hardworking old couple and their pet dog. They loved the dog very much. The older man was a rice farmer and he went to the fields early in the morning and worked hard till it was evening. The dog also followed him to work. One day, when the old man was working in the field, the dog came running to him and it was trying to point out a spot. So, the old man followed the dog to that spot. There, the dog began to scratch the mud. So, he struck his hoe in the earth. And what did he see? A pile of gold shone before him. Thus, within an hour, he became rich. There lived a wicked old man and his wife in the same village. By hearing this, he enticed the dog to his garden by putting some dainties, means tasty food, in front of the dog. But the dog was afraid of him, so it didn't eat nor move. But the old couple didn't leave the dog. They dragged him out of the door and they also took their spade and hoe with them. The dog began to paw and scratch the ground, as if there was a mighty treasure beneath the garden. Let's see what happened. Take a text and listen carefully. Page number 57. "Here, wife, hand me the spade and hoe," cried the greedy old fool as he danced with joy. Then the covetous old fellow with a spade and the old crone with a hoe began to dig. But there was nothing but a dead kitten, the smell of which made them drop their tools and shut their noses. Furious at the dog, the old man kicked and beat him to death. And the old woman finished the work by nearly chopping off his head with a sharp hoe. Then they flung him into the hole and heaped the earth over his carcass. Then he ordered his wife to hand over the spade and hoe quickly. The cruel old man was very anxious and he danced with joy. You know why? Because he was eagerly waiting for the gold. Then, do you know what happened? The covetous. Covetous means greedy. C-O-V-E-T-O-U-S. We pronounced it as covetous. It's greedy. The covetous old fellow and his wife began to dig the ground. And what did they see there? There was nothing but a dead kitten. Instead of gold, they got a dead kitten. So what did they got? They got a dead kitten. So what was the condition? You can imagine that. Yes, furious. Furious means very angry. So furious means very angry at the dog. The old man began to beat the dog. He started to beat the dog. And the old lady, the cruel old lady, killed the dog with a sharp hoe. How? She cut off its head. Whose head? She cut off the dog's head. Chop off means cut off. Cut off the dog's head. Then they threw it. Here, flung means threw. Okay. Then they threw it into the hole which was dug by them. The wicked old lady and the man. Okay, so he threw the dog into the hole which was dug by them and they heaped the earth over the carcass. Carcass means dead body. Okay, let's continue. The owner of the dog heard of the death of his pet and mourning for him as if he had been his own child. Went at night under the pine tree. He set up some bamboo tubes in the ground such as are used before tombs, in which he put fresh flowers. Then he laid a cup of water and tray of food on the grave and burned several coals costly sticks of incense. He mourned a great while over his pet, calling him many dear names as if he were alive. That night, the spirit of the dog appeared to him in a dream and said, "Cut down the pine tree over my grave and make from it a mortar for your rice pastry and a mill for your bean sauce." The owner heard of his pet dog's death. He was very sad, and at that night he went near the pine tree. He set up some bamboo tubes in the ground that you can see in the picture. He made a tomb. T-O-M-B, we pronounce it as tomb. Not tomb, it's tomb. So tomb means a building or a chamber above or below the ground in which a dead body is kept. That's a tomb. So he made a tomb, put some fresh flowers. He laid a cup of water and a tray of food and burned some costly incense. He did all these things under the pine tree where the dog was buried. Okay. At that night, he saw a dream. And what was the dream? The spirit of the dog appeared to him and it informed to cut down the pine tree over his grave and made a mortar. A mortar means a bowl. Made a mortar from it for the good old man's rice pastry and a mill for his bean sauce. Okay. Next paragraph. So the old man chopped down the tree and cut out of the middle of the trunk a section about 2 feet long. With great labor, partly by fire, partly by the chisel, he scraped out a hollow place as big as a small bowl. He then made a long-handled hammer of wood such as is used for pounding rails. When New Year's time drew near, he wished to make some rice pastry. When the rice was all boiled, Granny put it into the mortar. The old man lifted his hammer to pound the mass into dough, and the blows fell heavy and fast till the pastry was all ready for baking. Suddenly, the whole mass turned into a heap of gold coins. When the old woman took the hand mill and filling it with beans began to grind, the oil dropped like rain. As advised by the dog, the old man cut down the tree and with great effort using fire and chisel, he scraped out a hollow place as big as a small bowl. He then made a long-handled wood hammer also. When the New Year's time arrived, he started to make the rice pastry. When the rice was boiled, Granny put it into the mortar. Using the hammer, they pound the mass into dough and they made pastry which was ready for baking. So what was the step left? The pastry was almost ready and the remaining step was to bake the pastry. Suddenly you know what happened? The whole mass, the whole dough turned into a heap of gold coins. When the old woman took the grind mill, filled it with beans and began to grind, the gold dropped like rain. When the old woman began to grind the mill, the gold dropped like rain. Let's continue. Meanwhile, the enemy's neighbor peeped in at the window when the boiled beans were being ground. "Goody me!" cried the old hag as she saw each dripping of sauce turning into yellow gold, until in a few minutes the tub under the mill was full of shining mass of gold. So the old couple were rich again. The next day, the stingy and wicked neighbor came and borrowed the mortar and magic mill. They filled one with boiled rice and the other with beans. Then the old man began to pound and the woman to grind. But at the first blow and turn, the pastry and sauce turned into a foul mass of worms. Still more angry at this, they chopped the milk into pieces to use as firewood. At that time, the envious neighbor, who the wicked old couple was peeping through the window, and they saw all these things. When they saw this, they were shocked and their mind filled with jealousy. Why? Because within a few minutes, the tub and the mill was filled with shining mass of gold, so their mind filled with jealousy. The next day, the wicked old man came and borrowed the mortar and the magic mill from the good old man. What did they do? They also did the same. That is, they filled the first one, the mortar, with the boiled rice and the magic mill with the beans. They began to pound and grate. The old man began to pound the mortar and the lady began to grind the mill. What did they get? Did they get the gold? No. Instead of gold, they got a foul mass of worms. What did they got? They got a foul mass of worms. Again, they became furious and chopped the mill, means cut off the mill into pieces and used it as firewood. So, they cut off the mill and used it as firewood. My dear students, if you want to see the previous parts of this video, the links are given in the description box. You can check the links there. Okay. What happened next? That we will discuss in the next class. Hope you have understood. See you in the next class. Bye.